Welcome to this Art plus Feminism presentation on creating a new Wikidata item. Once you have made a few edits in Wikidata, you may be wondering how to create a new item. This module will walk you through the process. Before creating a new item in Wikidata, you'll want to make sure that your item doesn't yet exist. Search Wikidata using different spellings or names. Check Wikipedia to see if it exists there. If it does, there will already be a Wikidata item for that person or thing, and you should also complete an internet search to see what information is available about your topic or person. When you are sure it doesn't yet exist in Wikidata, you can then create a new item. Step 1 is to click on Create a New Item link on the left-hand side of the screen. To create an item, you just need to add the language you are creating the item in. EN indicates English, a label for the item. For a person, this would be their name. Then add a short description. For a person, usually a nationality and profession are a good description. There is also a space for an alias. This is useful if the person has a middle name, sometimes uses initials, or has a maiden name. Lastly, click the Create button. After you have created a new item, it is important to add at least one, and preferably a few, statements to the item. This starts the linking to other Wikidata items. If you are unsure what properties to start with, you can look at other Wikidata items for examples, or use tools like the Wikidata Property Explorer to see what properties exist. Statements on Wikidata are how you describe the item. Here is an example for the item Elizabeth Catlett. Catlett was educated at the University of Iowa and received a Master of Fine Arts degree in 1940. This statement also includes two references supporting it. The small arrows next to the values in a statement indicate the rank of that value. This comes up when there are multiple values for a statement that conflict or provide slightly different information. Clicking the up arrow will set the preferred rank, and this value will be the one used in search results. Adding and modifying statements are great first edits. A statement can consist of a claim, the property value and qualifiers, a reference, and a rank. Each part of the statement can be added to or modified. Remember, Wikidata is created and maintained by volunteer editors, each with their own biases. Your unique point of view contributes to finding and closing equity gaps that exist. Adding and modifying statements is key to Wikidata's linked data infrastructure. You can search for properties for your statement using tools like Wikidata's Property Explorer or by looking at the format of a similar item. Click the links here to explore common properties used to describe people, books, and museums. If you are having trouble finding the Edit button to add a new statement, you can find one at the bottom of the Wikidata item page. Here is an example of what the Property Explorer tool looks like. One can search or browse properties related to specific subjects. Here we see properties related to auctions. The type on the right-hand side will tell you what type of property it is. These say external ID, meaning they are authority-controlled properties, which usually appear at the bottom of an item. Data models for different types of items can be very useful in knowing what properties are commonly associated with specific item types. For instance, there are data models for people, sculpture, museums, organizations, higher education, and many more. Data models are created by the Wikidata community through public discussion. Another way to find properties related to a specific type of item is to use Recoin. This gadget must be enabled at Special Preferences under the section Gadgets Wikidata Centric. Once enabled, it will appear on every Wikidata item and suggest most commonly used properties that are missing from an item. It's worth it to note that Wikidata's data models, properties, and constraints are not neutral. Feminist editors should question assumptions embedded in existing structures and actively work to counter gender, racial, geographic, and cultural bias within the data. Thanks for listening. Happy editing!